This is DFM, the station with many faces.
This beat ain't normal.
And they call you, no dancer. I say make I call you some more. Yeah, you leave me no choice, so very soon I go appear for your demand. And you had that tight dress on when I saw you last night at the club.
Tune in to DFM Radio every Friday morning at 9 a.m. with your one and only Toluwa as she brings to you the Youth Compass Show live on DFM Radio Manchester. Sponsored by Dangerous Media.
I'm in the middle of the street. How did I ever let you be?
Where the youth at?
This is DFM, the station with many faces.
Hey, whoa, whoa.
From Windhoek, Lagos to Manchester, this is DFM, the station with many faces.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to DFM. My name is Toluwa and today we're starting a new show called The Youth Compass, which is about leading the youth in the right direction, helping them to transfer their energy in the right direction and to help them manage situations that they might be in. So today we have Femi with me as a guest. Please introduce yourself.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. We also have Mr. Dennis Joseph and Uwenji Love with us.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice
Good morning.
to see
Good morning.
you.
Wenji Love?
Morning.
Yeah.
It's a bit cold.
It's a little bit cold, right? Yeah, it's cold here, right here in Manchester. It rains
It's
all the
nice
time.
having you guys over at the studio today. So today our topic that we're going to be talking about is based on bullying, because I believe that it's a big situation that needs to be spoken more about, and people need to have more insight as to what bullying is, how to handle it, what to do if you have a friend who's going through certain situations. So we have seen that bullying is a big topic, particularly for young people. I mean, bullying happens across a range of ages, but today we're going to focus on the young people. And we see that people who are bullied have different kind of problems that they have to face. They end up having low self-esteem. They distance themselves from people. They don't want to be open to people. So how do you think we can be able to handle bullying in our society today?
That should be on me, right?
Yeah.
No, okay, no jokes. I like, Wenji Love knows I love to joke a lot.
Yeah.
She's looking at me like that. Okay. Actually, how to handle bullying. There's several ways you can handle it, but in my own opinion, I would advise anyone out there that's having bully problems to speak to someone. If you have parents at home, you can call on your parents. If you have friends, call on your friends. Somebody who could help you, who could join the party to address the issues of the people bullying you, so they could stop them from not ransacking you, from not attacking you, from not giving you that inferiority complex that you are nothing before them.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll have to add one or two
that's
things.
fine. Don't worry.
How to stop bullying? There's a quote that says, "See it, say it, and stop it."
Right.
Once you see
That's a nice
anybody bullying anybody, you've got to say it out.
Yeah.
And when you say it out, that's the only way you can stop it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because sometimes the people that are being bullied, they can't open up. So if you see it, just as Mr. Sammy said, if you see it, just try
Say
to...
it and
Sometimes I'm being bullied. No jokes. I when I got home, I tried to talk to my wife.
Everybody gets
get bullied. I said, did you know
bullied.
what that woman did to me? She just keep bullying me in the shop.
Yeah,
and you were not there. I know if you were there, you would do something.
There are various ways of bullying people. Various ways.
Yeah.
You've got to be alert to it.
Yeah.
The woman at the shop was just into me like he's a man. We're living in the Western world. I can bully him. He can't even say anything because you know,
Yeah.
when a man
It's a
man
woman's
speaks
world,
up,
yeah,
a woman's
yeah.
world. When a man speaks up, right? When a man speaks up, they think the man is brutal to
Yeah.
the woman. So, and when sometimes such things do happen. When I get
Yeah.
home, I just call Wendy and I said, "You were not there. If you were there, you would have protected me because you used to protect me all the time."
Yeah.
But that is equally bullying.
To be
Yes.
honest, bullying is a serious issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially among the youths.
Yeah.
Is a serious issue that needs to be
Absolutely.
tackled.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so as we know, there's different kinds of bullying. There's verbal bullying, there's physical bullying, there's emotional bullying, psychological bullying. So which
Ooh, you know them all. You know them all. You must be a psychologist, I guess.
I do psychology in colours.
That's what I'm talking about.
So which kind of bullying do we think is the most popular, and which one do we think has the most effect on young people?
To me, I think the verbal bullying cuts across, the various kind of bullying.
Yeah.
But bullying actually starts from verbal conversation or
Yeah.
verbal chatting or stuff like that. It starts from there, it becomes aggressive, and he ends up becoming violent at the end of the day.
Right.
He might not get to that issue of being violent if we see it on time, say it and stop it, like I said earlier on. So why he ends up getting violent is because people don't say it out. When you're being bullied verbally and you try to fight back yourself, you can't fight it yourself. The only way you can fight bullying is reporting to the appropriate authority that can tackle it and handle it the right way. You can't fight it yourself. If you try to fight it yourself, it becomes aggressive, and it ends up in violence, and it could end up in anything. People can end up committing suicide, and people can end up getting killed and stuff like that. So bullying actually starts with a verbal word. Somebody can say something negative to you, or shout out you, or do all sorts of things. That's where it starts from.
Yeah. Statistically, 45% of young people experience bullying before the age of 18, which we see that is a huge number because it's nearly half of the young people who experience bullying.
Right.
Which is a very, very huge amount. And I feel like the reason why bullying keeps increasing over the years is because people don't have they feel like they don't have the right people to talk to. They do not have the right platform for them to get their voices across. They also feel like they have to keep everything towards themselves and have everything inside of them because they don't want to rely on anyone else. But do you have any other opinions as to why you think bullying is being increasing in the world today?
Because I might say that we are not bullied, haven't been given a sharp eye. Because when we are giving like a little bit sharp eye and close look at it, it's gonna stop. But the only way to help these, like for the children under the age of 18, and so the only thing that we can help this is by talking to the parents. If you have a problem, you have to talk to the parents. And if you see any upset child in school, as a teacher, or I don't know, as another parent, you have to tell their parents so that it can help the person that being bullied. Some of the time we don't. Sometimes we don't have time for our children. We work like from whatever time till evening. When we come there, we won't know. We have to us as parents as well, we have to be more involved in our children's lives.
More attentively to
Yeah.
the children.
Create time for them.
For them, yeah.
Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah, parents need to be able to be open to their children and let their children understand that they're there for them, and whatever they might be going through, they're able to help them through it, and they can give them advices. And also parents need to be come across as a friend that they can look up to. Do you get what I mean? Because sometimes they can go out and get the wrong advice from people. Right. Because children who are bullied, they could join the bad group because they're seeking protection from that group because of the bullying that they're facing. So because they're being bullied, they join the gangs, they join people that steal, just so that they can seek protection from them and get the wrong advices, which obviously is not what we want. But bullying is a situation that really needs to be hammered on because it's clearly not being hammered on enough. That's why it keeps increasing. Also, we can see that many people who have been bullied go on to committing self-harm, suicide, which is the very climax of it, which shows that they have clearly not got help at the right time earlier enough in order for them to see that committing suicide is not going to help the situation.
It's not an option at all.
Yeah. So how do you think this can be handled? How do you think this can be managed?
In so many ways, there are different ways to handle such situations. The first one is do not allow it get to a point whereby you think you want to commit suicide. And the other part of it is like speak to people at an early run, at the early stage. Have conversations on people. Try to have this parental guidance and talk to your parents when it's worth talking. Don't keep it too long. Anything keeping within you, it's like a time bomb. It accumulates, it gets to a stage and it explodes, and then you start thinking of bad things.
Now, I also want to say, for example, parents themselves, like we earlier said, parents should be close to their children.
Yeah.
Make them your friends, so that you let them know that, look, there's what is called bullying. You might not have experienced it, but there's what is called bullying. When you experience it, let me know.
Yeah.
So that the parents will know the right people to go to. It could be in school, it could be within the community where you live, so that the parents could take quick action, quick step. Like I said, see it, say it, stop it. So it has to start from the home. You have to let your children know that there's what is called bullying. And when bullying is not tackled on time, it becomes an emotional thing and it becomes a psychological thing. That's why you see people end up killing themselves. That's why you see people end up, joining gangs because they're being bullied.
Yeah.
They don't want to be bullied anymore.
Yeah.
They tend to join gangs to protect them, and that is not the solution to the bullying.
Yeah.
So the parents have to let the children know that there's a word called bullying, and this is what it is. People tend to want to put you down. People tend to want to attack you and stuff like that.
Right.
When you start seeing such thing, let me know, or let people around you know, people in authority in schools, principals and stuff like that, your teachers, so that it could be tackled right from the inception.
Like Toluwa said earlier on, there are situations where some kids, they are not the upright speaking type. They keep things to themselves, like they are secretives.
Yeah.
They don't let it out, and then it burns in them and die with them, and then it turns out to something really destructive. I think that is one of the main issue that we should be looking into, like allowing these kids, right, to be able to speak upright and say, no, I will not allow you bully me. I will not allow you go on me like the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
I am a human being as you are. If you're not loved, then find somebody to love you. I am loved somewhere.
I've seen a situation whereby, sorry, I've seen a situation whereby a child is being bullied and the child says, oh, I'm going to report to the teacher. I say, if you report to the teacher, I'm going to kill you. What do you want such child to do?
In situations like that, personally, I feel like you should just ring the police. I would ring the police.
Right.
If someone mentions I will kill you, that is now gone to a very high level which you cannot control. You're not sure and you don't know what that person is capable of.
Right.
So straight away you just ring the police.
With the word I will kill you, it's definitely a police issue later. Yeah. So you just have to call the authorities to handle the situation.
Yeah.
Right. So, but speaking upright is important.
Yeah.
Exactly what I wanted to say.
Look me in the eyes and say it, please.
From what Mr. Dennis said is, you say that you tell the person that I'm loved, go and be loved somewhere else. That is adding fuel to the fire. It's gonna be worse. You can't just tell someone who is bullying you or someone who hates you that, oh, you hate me. Oh my God, then find love somewhere. I'm loved. That person will kill you. You can't say something like that. Well, to an angry person, you see the person is already angry. You are eating more fire.
No, I'm allowing the person to know that I will not let you. You can't match on me.
How strong are you by then for you to say that?
I'm not an ant. I'm loved somewhere. You go find someone else to be loved.
Oh my God.
I think we should also consider the fact that the person that is bullying and the person that is being bullied
They are both victims.
They are both victims.
Exactly.
And
So they both need help.
The problem they have is love. The
Yeah.
person that is bullying is not loved. He might be going through one problem or the other in the house. He might be seeing the father bullying the mother or beating the mother or something, and that's a bottled in aggression. And when he goes out, the fact that he doesn't like what he's seeing at home, he tends to transfer that aggression somewhere
Into
else.
someone
That is
else.
where bullying starts. So for us to stop this thing, we've got to show love.
Yes.
Love at all time.
Yes.
Because sometimes
Especially to our kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes our kids think it's normal as well, because if it's happening, we have to be a good example to our children.
yeah.
We can't just be doing things in front of them, because these things might affect them and they might think that it's normal.
Right.
Like bullying other people.
I
It begins.
I agree with you.
Sorry. Yeah,
I agree
it
with you.
begins with us as
Exactly,
parents.
as parents,
Yeah.
It begins with us in our homes.
I believe that parental love, like you said earlier on, Mr. Femi said earlier on, that we could be friends with our kids. That does not mean we give them full range of doing whatever they want to do. But if you are so close to your kids,
The station
if you are
with
so
many
close, yeah, we're in DFM live, right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in DFM. Thanks for reminding us that we're in DFM. I think that if you are so close to your kids, that parental guidance will come in between. Your kids will be open to you. They can tell you what they're facing. They can tell you their problems. I said earlier on that if in some situations, I tend to fight for myself. Like I said, no, I will not allow you step on me. I will not allow you step on my nose. I am loved somewhere. You go find someone else to love you.
Oh my God.
I got that from a movie. There was a movie I was watching at the time, and these guys continued to bully this girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, they continue to bully this girl.
It was a movie.
It was a movie, and it keeps on going on and on and on. And then she had to go for therapy. And then within the therapy, the therapist said, when they come around in terms of bullying you, what you do is you tell them that I am grown up and I'm bigger than you. You should go find someone else to play with. I'm not your toy.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. What about if I've seen a situation where I was bullied?
A big man like you.
Big man like you.
When I was this grown up.
All right, where you
I think I was about
okay.
the age of 11-year-old.
Yeah.
We went
I'm
for,
loving the show.
we went for a program,
Yeah.
and there's this guy is in his 20s.
Yeah.
He's in his 20s, and he called me over. I went to him, and he said, "Take off your wristwatch. Take off your shoes."
Oh my.
And he collected them.
Really?
What do you say to that?
Well,
So bullying, he
let it
doesn't
go.
it doesn't have to be age group. It
I
could
know,
be
I know.
somebody older
Somebody
than
older
you,
than
you,
bullying
yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
very, very young.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, but I got
That's where the see it, say it, and stop it comes in.
Yeah.
If you are a victim,
Yeah.
say it. When you say it, the necessary steps needs to be taken.
I believe we know that I come to see that Mr. Femi is a little bit older than us, or a lot more older than us, and he's active about this issue of bullying. He's bringing in his own perspectives. But I think that bullying has to be addressed in a very, very serious manner.
It's a
We
serious
need to
thing.
take
And
a
I know we're
close
joking
eye.
in some areas,
Yeah.
but
It is
it's
very,
something
very
that we have to
serious.
look into in the society. It has to be talked into. People have to be addressed on how to handle it. Like
Yeah.
you've said, it's something you can't handle.
And
Yeah.
the
And
way to
most of
solve
the
it,
times.
the way to solve it is not by violence.
It's not by violence.
Yeah.
But by
definitely.
reporting to the appropriate authority. And what do I
Yeah.
mean by the appropriate authority? People who have the power to take action. The police,
That's right.
Yeah.
the head of school and
Yeah.
stuff like that. They can, because every community is being guided by rules and regulation. There are laws and all sorts of things. If
Yeah.
you go against such rules, this should be the punishment. And people should actually be punished and prosecuted when they go against such things.
Yeah.
Those are the ways we can reduce it.
But there are people who are, no matter what you do, I mean, I believe, like we've said earlier on, the bully and the bullied ones, the bullier and the bullying,
They're both victims.
they're both victims. Now, I've seen situations whereby the bulliers, the ones that bully the other ones, they, majority of them, not all of them, but few of them, have psychological problems. No matter how hard you work on them, they can't change. because they have a kind of like mental disorder sometimes. Yeah. So how do you handle such situations? I don't know. So
situations like that is there's many things that you could help with people with a psychological problem. So you can help them to channel their anger and their aggression in a different way. So they could take up a sport, a new hobby. For example, they could start boxing, football. Yeah. That way they're able to put out their aggression and everything into that sport and putting out all their anger through that. And so they don't channel that aggression to somebody else. They could take up a new hobby which helps them to relax. So maybe singing or having a focus group where people can just talk about certain situations. They can like
I think I want to agree on that.
Talking helps a lot.
Help a lot.
Yeah, that's absolutely what they need to do. They could join a dancing group. They could be able to express themselves through stuff like that. Those are the
something
kind
that
of
keeps them active.
I think it all boils down to loving them. You show love
to
them.
To them. Show that they are important, no matter what they're going through.
Takes them out of
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Also, another problem that I feel like bullying encompasses is through statistics, it shows that 38% of young people believe that their school and the university don't take bullying seriously, which is quite disturbing because it's such a big issue and it could lead to so many problems, so many like harmful things.
Right.
So we need to make people aware and schools aware and people in authority that bullying is very serious. And if someone comes to you and says to you that they're going through certain things or this is what is happening, we need to take it seriously and act on it straight away.
I've seen some schools taking time to deal with such issues.
They kind of don't want to believe that it's happening.
It's happening, yeah.
Or they'd be like, oh, he's just messing around. But more time he's not messing around. You know what I mean? So they need to act on it as soon as possible and make sure they're taking the right actions at the right time.
At the right time, yeah.
So as we can see that obviously bullying is a big topic. It's not something that we could just have a little conversation about.
No.
It's a big topic which obviously we are just trying to see how we can address the whole situation. And another thing that I thought about is some people are forced into bullying others.
Yeah, that's correct.
They can be bullied, and a way for them to apparently to be stopped bullied is by them bullying someone else.
Yeah.
And this is how it carries on. It's like a domino effect.
It's a domino effect.
It's like a domino effect.
And then I found that really stupid.
Yeah.
But,
that's how it continues. They're being persuaded, forced into bullying somebody else step by step, and that's how it continues.
Yeah, but I've seen bullying being happening in a different form as well. I've seen someone trying to copy someone else's life, while it's not worth it. For example, I've seen that in school while we're in school. I've seen that in school while we're in school. While we're in school, I saw a group of people having their group, and they feel superior. They bully other people, and I see the inferior ones being left behind. And then out of those inferior ones, looking at those bully ones, trying to copy them, thinking that when I copy them, I feel like I'm cool in school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and these are things that we need to address. We need to make other students or the other kids to know that if someone is doing something bad, does not mean you have to copy him.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think that's where the situation whereby people who are bullying, or a group of people who are bullying, and people are saying it. If you see it, say it. If you say it, that's the only way you can stop it. When you see it, and these people are being punished or prosecuted, nobody will want to join such group.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Nobody will want to join such group. But when they are not being prosecuted or punished, then that's why you find other people wanting to join them.
I buy the idea, When you're once punished, then you learn the lesson from it. Yeah. It's like you never go where the fire burns.
Yeah, absolutely.
The community have to take a serious step about this bullying issue.
Absolutely.
Maybe by the grace of God, somewhere, somehow it's going to stop.
Yeah.
We really need to take something serious.
Well, the world is a big place.
We all need to take a step towards
Yeah, it's a
Amen.
Yeah.
so that it can be stopped.
One step at a
That's
time.
right.
Yeah. Say
Yeah.
it. See when you see it, you say. How do you say it
Even
again?
when you're
What's
not
your-
involved,
what?
even
See?
when you're not involved, you see it far off. Ring the police. This is what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
true.
What's the
What's
word
the
again?
slang?
What's the slang on that again?
See it. If you see it,
Say
it. Say it means
Stop it.
telling somebody who is in the right position to stop it. Then it will be stopped.
All right. Just see it.
Say it. Stop it.
Ah, there's all. It's a triple S.
Yeah, it's a triple S. That's a triple S.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us at our station today.
Yeah,
we
thank you.
really appreciate you coming here and obviously explaining your point of views and telling us what you think and told us how you think we can stop the things. We hope to see your beautiful faces again. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Have a nice day.
Thank
guys.
you for having
Once
us.
again, my name is Toluwa and we hope to see you next time.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
This is DFM, the station with many faces.
Whoa, whoa. Hey. Whoa, whoa.
This is DFM, the station with many faces.
This beat ain't normal.
And they call you, you know the answer. I say make I call you some more. Yeah, you leave me no choice, so very soon I go appear for your demand. And you had the tight dress on when I saw you last night at the club.
Tune in to DFM Radio every Friday morning at 9 a.m. with your one and only Toluwa Matriola as she brings to you the Youth Compass Show live on DFM Radio Manchester. Sponsored by Dangerous Media.
I'm in the middle of the street. How did I ever let you be?
Where the youth at?
This is DFM, the station with many faces.